Just roll it. Hey dudes, I'm Channel Master Jake, and guess what? I just saw Annihilation, and it sucked. Hard. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be super great to begin with, but I was definitely expecting more than what I got. So $20 later, I'm angry. And because I'm angry, all of you have to suffer. First off though, I should say that it wasn't all bad. I mean, it was mostly bad, but it wasn't all bad. And before anyone starts complaining, spoiler warning here, there's going to be massive spoilers for the movie. Though it's not like the movie's actually worth it. So, to start off, here's the good stuff in Annihilation. Like I said, there is a little bit of good stuff in Annihilation. There's just not a whole lot there. For starters though, the movie does have some admittedly beautiful effects. The Shimmer just looks so otherworldly, and everything inside of it is creative and interesting. When the main cast was exploring the Shimmer for what it was, that was when I had the most fun with the movie. I mean, there's a part when the main character comes across glass trees. That is just such a cool idea and visual. I love it. Also, Natalie Portman did a great job in the movie. She did a good job of bringing sympathy and interest and depth to Lena, the protagonist, and I genuinely wanted to see if she could survive the Shimmer and save her dying husband. Quiet main characters are hard to make interesting for me, but her performance pulled me in and had me rooting for her throughout the movie. And lastly, the concept for the movie isn't a bad one. The Shimmer is set up as this alien force that changes everything inside of it. And the movie looks at what it means to be human, or that's what I think anyway. That's cool. If that were executed better, I might have enjoyed myself way more in the movie. But it wasn't. And now it's time for us to get to the most entertaining part of this video. The things I hated. Oh man, where do I even begin? Okay, how about how the movie makes no gosh darn sense? Like I just said, the movie appears to set itself up as a tale that explores what it means to be human. The only problem with that? The movie prefers to be as pretentious as possible, and like showing admittedly flashy visuals, as opposed to actually telling us what's going on. So at the end of the movie, you're left holding a bunch of ideas and biblical allusions and no real conclusions. I swear, my brother, my friend, and I spent an hour afterwards trying to figure this shit out. And we were left just as confused as when we started. Okay, listen, I don't mind if a movie wants to be symbolic or deep, but it at least has to make sense. As of right now, all I think the movie is trying to do is look at what makes us human. And if that changed, are we really still human anymore? But it's so messy and makes so little sense that it feels like it just needed more time to be worked out. The movie just seems to want to be a piece that gets people talking about what it could be about, instead of taking its own stance and saying what it wants to explore. I personally hate films like that. It feels so pretentious to me, and I'd much rather have a movie that's trying to say something as opposed to one that wants me to figure it out for it. I mean, I'm busy. I ain't got time for that. Also, the ending makes no sense. Okay, so at the end of the movie, Portman's character Lena burns the source of the Shimmer using an alien clone of herself. Just go with it. So all the alien influence is said to be destroyed and everything is back to normal now, right? However, we find out that's not the case because Lena's husband, who is also an alien clone of the original husband, just go with it, is still alive, and the movie clearly shows that Lena's mutations that were caused by the Shimmer are still around. But why? The source of the Shimmer is gone, and all the alien wildlife and influence is just burned away, so why are these two still left altered? It makes no sense! It just feels like it was left in to have Lena and her not-husband be the Adam and Eve of a new set of humans. See? A Bible reference! It means something, right? If the ending of the movie can't even follow its own internal logic and meaning, then why should I even care? Okay, the rest of my complaints are mostly nitpicks. Hey, if the movie can waste my time, why can't I waste yours? For starters, most of the main cast feel flat and two-dimensional. I know it's hard to make a larger cast interesting in 120 minutes, and they keep the focus on Lena and her struggle, which is important. And the team leader I also liked. She felt like she had an interesting reason for going into the Shimmer. She felt guilty for sending so many people to their deaths. And she was dying of cancer anyway, so she knew she wasn't long for the world. While not perfect, I still liked her. Plus, she did stuff, she moved the plot forward. But the rest of her team, they felt as flat as I wish my tummy was. One day you will be a rock hard tummy. They're just cardboard cutouts of characters and they get no real development. I mean, they try to give them depth in this one scene when they're all riding in a canoe, but it feels rushed and everyone just has their personalities and flaws given to you really fast, like stats in a video game. It honestly felt like drive-through storytelling.
Hi, and welcome to Writer's Block, home of all your two-dimensional movie TV characters. What can I get y'all?
Hi, yes, can I have the 3 strong woman stereotypes? One with suicidal tendencies, one with no will to live, and one who's just a giant asshole.
Alright, you want the Garland special. That'll be $20 and 2 hours of your life you can't get back. Please pull up to the front.
Sweet. Here you go, hon. Please enjoy. Just like Michael Bay used to make.
They're only there to be cannon fodder to show off how dangerous the Shimmer really is. You don't get enough time to know them or care about them. So when they get killed off one by one, which by the way isn't very surprising when the movie tells you this in the first 2 minutes, you honestly couldn't give a shepherd bear's butt. I understand that it's a movie and there's only so much time, but so much of the movie is spent looking at pretty stuff that goes nowhere. So why not devote more time to seeing these characters so that I actually care enough about them when they get eaten up by an evil Shimmer monster? Also, I just hate how this movie was advertised. Me, my brother, and my friend chose to watch this movie because it looked like it would be a sci-fi horror thriller because that's how it was advertised.
I've never really seen anything like it before.
Something here is making giant waves in the gene pool.
Instead, it's a very slow, very odd think piece, and I honestly feel kind of betrayed. The last time a trailer lied to me this badly was Hugo, which promised a fantasy adventure about a young boy living in a train station, and instead delivered a cinema appreciation flick. Stupid Hugo. So with so many things wrong with it, I gotta say that I honestly hated this movie. However, I do feel kind of bad saying this because I know, now anyway, that the movie is meant to be one of little action, and it's meant to be an artistic expression to make you think. And given that, I guess it did its job. I've been chewing on the movie since Sunday, and I've looked up other people's interpretations of it. Some think that the movie is about what would happen if the entire world got cancer, which explains a constant theme of cell division in the movie. And the director even says it's about self-destruction. But that just doesn't answer enough questions that I have to make sense. Heck, not even enough of my own ideas answer enough questions to make sense. Is the movie about all these ideas? None of them? Or is it all just a ploy to expand a pretentious artist's ego even further? Oh, come on! That still doesn't stop me from being angry at this movie, though. But what do you guys think? Have you seen Annihilation? And if so, what do you think it's about? How do you explain the ending? Leave your comments down below and holler at me. Well, it's time for me to get going. I'll see you dudes in the next video. Bye! The movie still sucked, though. Hey guys, just doing another end card. Sorry this one took so long to make. Real life got in the way, and like I've said before, this isn't my real job, this is just a hobby. I know very few people care about this, but it's fun for me, so I'm just going to keep making it. Really though, this movie sucked. Save your money. Don't see it. Make sure to hug someone you love today. Bye.